Good morning. Hey, it's a great morning. Good morning, delivery fam. Good morning and welcome. Welcome to another episode of Breakfast with UDM. This morning, we're going to be talking about 5 benefits of working Grubhub off block. But before we dive into any of that, I got to give a shout out to my family that's been here. What's up, y'all? Everybody that was here before the stream began. We got Donna Roos, we got Bruce Douglas, Matt B, Brian Kern, Tin Man 28, Kick Rocks. I was on time, man. It takes a little time for it to warm up. I was on time though. But good morning to everybody that's watching now or watching on the replay. The importance of talking about off block is because a lot of people get stuck in just doing things one type of way. It's just the same as signing up for just one app and that app makes them money. And they don't want to sign up for other apps because they're comfortable. Now, the only way you can really excel in this gig economy space, when you go out there to work, the only way you can really excel and make the money you wish to make is by expanding the way you look at things. Let's just call it that. You can't do things the same way all the time, because eventually, sometimes, if you pour a glass of water and you begin to drink, eventually, as you keep drinking, keep making that money, eventually that water will run out. You get what I'm saying? I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. And then you might have to pour yourself another glass. It might be a different cup. You know what I'm saying? But hey, let's dive into this morning's topic. I don't want to take too long to get into it. What's up, Dwayne? What's up, David Simmerd? I hope I said your name correctly. What's up, Flower Lotus? What's up, who else? Gig Cleveland. What's up, Trucker Gamer? Good morning to you. All right, so for this one, I'm going to cut the music all the way off. All right, so I got to tell my story as to why I was put on block restriction. Block restriction, if you do not know, in case you do not do Grubhub, block restriction is like, say, I know majority of you probably do DoorDash, right? So to better explain it, block restriction is like you not having access or early access to schedule your schedule, right? And you're not able to schedule yourself at all. Okay, imagine the schedules are dropped on DoorDash and you cannot get it at all. The only way that you can work is if it says dash now. Now, some markets, it always says dash now. And some other markets, it doesn't say dash now. You have to wait for the zone to turn pink. Okay, now, if the market is oversaturated, if there's a lot of drivers out, it's a slight chance you might not be able to get in or dash now. So, but it's a tad bit different with Grubhub. With Grubhub, the toggle unavailable and available works just like Uber, all right? But if you want priority on orders, you have to get a block. You get what I'm saying? It works just a tad bit different. Like I always say, DoorDash is like the baby of Uber and Grubhub. You know what I'm saying? Because it has different functions. All right. So that's just in case you do not know what block restriction is. All right. Now, to receive priority on orders, a lot of you Grubhub drivers already know to receive priority on orders, you have to be on a block. Now, some markets are busy enough, they don't even need a block, but not all markets. All right. So in my market, block restriction is not really a good thing, but it's not really a bad thing either, because my market is a little bit balanced. You get a decent amount, you get a lot more orders with having a block, but you get a fair amount of orders off block. All right, but that's throughout the day. All right, and you would have to make Grubhub a secondary. And that's why I multi-app, but that's a whole different video. All right, so I got put on block restriction because, listen to this very carefully, all right? Block restriction, Grubhub put some rules in. If you set your schedule and then you drop a block within 72 hours, you have the potential of being put on block restriction, okay? You don't want to be put on block restriction because you want priority, all right? So I scheduled myself for the entire day. I believe it was a Saturday, all right? I scheduled myself for the entire day from the first block to the last block of the day because I was planning on hustling and going in with Grubhub, right? But that specific day, Grubhub was trash. And I was so surprised, which is why I scheduled myself for the entire day. I thought it was going to be booming, right? Grubhub was trash. Hours upon hours. All right, so check this out. We get a $9 hourly minimum, right? Guaranteed, right? If we don't get any orders, we get a $9 in Fort Lauderdale, all right? 2 hours went by. I accumulated $18 of contribution, Grubhub contribution. So me knowing if I drop my blocks within 72 hours, I could potentially be put on block restriction. So I came up with a system. Okay, well, I'm not going to drop my block. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let you mark me absent. So I'm going to toggle unavailable before the block begins. And when it doesn't find me, hey, you're not online. It marks me absent. So it's not really me dropping the block, but it's me not showing up, right? So I found that window of opportunity to do that. And I guess it did not work in my favor in this particular moment because I accumulated $18 of contribution. So imagine scheduling yourself for the entire day. You're out there early trying to make some money. Hours go by, you're not getting anything. You accumulate contribution, in my case, $18, right? And then you're like, man, bump this. So what I did was, before the next block began, I toggled unavailable and I let it mark me absent for the entire, well, it was like 5 hours that went by, 5 blocks that went by. And then Grubhub, I get a notification, your blocks have been removed. And I was like, oh damn. I was like, they removed my blocks. And then I looked and I was like, oh, can't schedule. I can't schedule any more blocks. So I was like, oh man, what am I going to do from here? I won't get priority on orders, right? So I said, I need to focus on the other apps and I need to make Grubhub a secondary. Let's see how this off block thing works. And I found out working off block was the best decision as a multi-apper, not a single apper. As a multi-apper, working Grubhub off block was the best decision I ever made. Now let me explain why. Grubhub is known to be the app amongst the 3 major players, Uber, DoorDash, and Grubhub, right? Grubhub is known to be the best paying app, but it comes with the miles and different things like that, but it's the best paying app, okay? So if I want to use Grubhub, I could only use it off block. I need to let it run in the background. I'm not going to get priority on orders. So I said, all right, let's see how this works. I let a week go by, 2 weeks go by. I worked Grubhub off block and I enjoyed it. Now, let me tell you my 5 benefits, all right? Freedom and flexibility to go online and offline like Uber. The freedom and flexibility to just do that whenever you want to. It's almost like dropping the schedule with DoorDash if you got to go. But like I said in my reason for being put on block restriction, Grubhub has that very strict policy. Hey, if you drop it within 72 hours, you get put on block restriction. You have the potential to be put on block restriction because they don't do it right away. You have the freedom and flexibility. I know a lot of you already know that, right? But getting orders no one else wants. There's a really good benefit to that, okay? Now, let me explain this, right? There's some orders that are just either too far away, right? Because remember, Grubhub does not have as many drivers as Uber or DoorDash. Keep that in mind. They do not have as many drivers as Uber and DoorDash. So however many drivers that's online within that region, they want those drivers to drive to go get those orders. So if you are nearby one of those places that drivers don't want to go to, if it's a $25, $29, $35, $40, $50, you getting it. Okay? You're the one that's going to get it. All right? Nobody wants to go that way, so you're the one that's going to get it. And here's another benefit to that. If no one wants to go get it and it's sitting, please tell me in the chat, what's going to happen to the amount that they're going to offer you? What's going to happen if it's sitting too long? I'll answer your question in the middle in a minute, Slim Diesel. I'll answer your question in a minute. All right. If it's sitting too long, just in case you don't know, if it's sitting too long, they're going to up the pay. Okay, now I'm not gonna get you too excited and say like, oh, a $7 order that might have been sitting too long might turn into an $18 order. Hey, you know, I'm gonna tell you that I have had my own experience with off block, and I'm gonna tell you that the payouts look damn good. Okay, but let me explain this: too far away or too low in pay. If a driver that has priority that's on block does not want to go too far, or if the pay is too low and it's sitting too long, off block gets the secondary, right? The secondary choice in getting that offer. Okay, cool. When it comes to your phone, the pay is decent. The pay is up there. Sometimes I've received $35 off block. I've received $20+ off block. I haven't received anything plus above $35, but you know, that's still good money, you know, and it's just a secondary, and you can toggle available or unavailable. It's not your priority at the moment. It's a secondary app. So imagine receiving a secondary $35, a secondary $20 while you out there grinding with your main app. Anyway, all right, let's go into the next one. No border restrictions. Obviously, with DoorDash, if you travel outside of the border, it's a slight chance, a very slim chance you might get another order depending on how busy it is outside of your zone. And if you don't get another order, you have to drive all the way back to your zone to get another order. Okay? Now, there's no border restrictions. And here's another kicker. I have literally been in a completely different region for Grubhub. A completely different region. Off block, but I'm in a completely different region. And guess what they did? They sent me an order. So it's almost like I could travel around. There's no regions at all when you're off block. You can travel around, you can work DoorDash, you can zone hop, wherever you want to go with DoorDash, wherever you want to go with Uber. Oh man, you know, and now we could go wherever you want to go with Grubhub, off block. All right. Now it doesn't work like that every day, but you know, you got to figure it out in your city. All right. Now, here's the next one. Majority of the orders are ready. I know we're not used to that on Grubhub. This is number 4. Majority of the orders are ready. You want to know why? Because it's been sitting. It's been sitting so long that actually the order is not sitting, but the order has already been placed and the restaurant already preparing it or whatever, right? And they need to get that order pushed out. By the time you get to the restaurant, you have minimal wait time compared to like, you know, the 10, 15, 20, half an hour that you might have to wait on priority. For my people on block, okay? Off block, the order has already went through all the ones that get priority, and that order is already being cooked, prepared, and when you get it as an off block driver, that order probably already coming out of the oven, out of the frying pan, into the plate, whatever, and then it's bagged up. Sometimes I arrive, the order's already sitting for me, and it's not like it's not hot. It's hot or it's really cold. It hasn't been sitting too long. All right. Now, the very last one that I have here is when the market is about to close. Oh, man. If your market closes at 10, If your market closes at 9, whatever time it closes, oh man, they load you up. Okay? So if you want that Grubhub pay, I guarantee you, work when the market is closed, when the market's about to close. Like say if the market closes at 9, turn on or toggle available at 8 or 8:30. See what happens. Okay? I'm telling you, if your market is about to close and the area you're working, because they have a lot of orders that's been sitting and they need to get them completed. And if the priorities don't want to do it, guess who's going to get it? And the pay is going to be bumped up and it's going to be ready to go. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. So anyway, with all that being said, I want to have just a quick conversation about this. What's your backup app? All right? What's your backup app? And if your main app isn't working or if it's not making you the money you wish to make, what is your backup? I'm going to open up the lines right now so we could have this conversation. All right. So I'm going to put the number up on the screen right now and open up the lines. What's your backup? Is Grubhub your main? Is DoorDash your main? And if that app were to fail, what's next? If you wish to call in, the number is 754-399-3941. I love working off block. I love it. Let's see here. Slim Diesel, what was your block drop percentage? It was 0 at one point. But then, hey, you got to do what you got to do, man. And I ain't got time to be sitting and waiting on Grubhub to send me something. What's up, Joshua 305? The question is, if your main app or if your app, hold on. What is it? What's your backup app if your main app isn't making the money you want to make? Do you stick with that main app? What's your next app that's in line? And we have a caller. Let's get that caller up on the line. We have one in the queue. Thank you for calling Breakfast with UDM. Who are we speaking to?
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. So my backup, I really only have 2. I got to get a hold of customer service for Uber Eats because it just keeps redirecting me to Canada for some reason, and they won't let me enter my information.
But who are we speaking to, though?
Oh, you didn't hear who I said I was?
No, I didn't.
Sorry, it's Bud Soda, Bud.
Bud Soda. Okay. Oh, you're not at work in the noise. I got you, bro. All right. So what's your backup if your main app isn't working?
So I can. My main is Instacart because of my rural region, but let's say Instacart just kept being down.
Mm-hmm.
I could just travel to my quote busier zone, sneak on the schedule in one of those 2 zones,
mm-hmm.
and go just do DoorDash all day and night. I did try it Wednesday, and it was pretty bad.
It was bad, huh? I could tell in the sound of your voice it was bad.
Well, $5 for 5 point whatever miles was most of them,
mm-hmm.
and it'd be all dead travel back
mm-hmm.
because the restaurants on Post were all closed. They close at like 8 o'clock.
Okay.
So you'd have to basically travel back to the Taco Bell, the Dairy Queen, whatever else was around there. That was the main hub.
Okay.
So I was declining him. I was talking to a brand new Dasher, and he's like, "Oh, dude, I'm just taking them." I'm like, "Dude, well, think of all those dead miles you're driving. You're making less per mile than a tax write-off, so you're losing money."
Yeah, you're losing money, big time. Okay, so your main app is really
you or Pedro.
So your
Sorry.
main app is Instacart. That was not something I expected though, Bud Soda. But okay, your main app is Instacart, and your secondary is DoorDash.
Yep.
Okay, and you said you're
DoorDash
having an
has
issue
zones.
with Uber Eats.
Yeah. It redirects me to the Canadian website because what Uber does is try to connect you to the closest big market.
Mm-hmm.
So all the Canadian cities are just across the river here. I'm literally staring over the river.
Okay.
And because my work is next to the St. Lawrence River.
Okay.
And it won't let you. I got to get a hold of customer service, and I heard it was. If you think DoorDash's was bad, I heard theirs was worse.
Okay.
That you could tell me more about that.
Okay. Well, I haven't had a bad experience with Uber's customer service at all. I haven't had a bad experience. I don't know if it's because of where I am, but I've never had a bad experience. Maybe the person on the line didn't know what they were talking about, but then I would just hang up and call back, you know. But yeah, I haven't had a bad experience with Uber at all.
All right. That's reassuring. I
Yeah.
need to call them before 7 Eastern. So
Okay. Yeah.
hope I
So
could sneak it in tonight. But yeah, my main backup. There are zones up here for DoorDash, so I occasionally hit them, and I kept declining exiting the app because apparently I was the only dasher on until I got the offer up to where it was $1 a mile.
okay. All right. So since I have
Well,
another.
that's feeding the system, but
Okay, all right. So since I have another few callers in the queue, you mind telling me what you had for breakfast so we could get these other callers in?
a white Monster Zero.
You did? I'm sorry?
A white Monster Zero.
White Monster Zero. Okay, that's the energy drink. Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
all right. Well, thanks for calling in, Bud Soda. All right, we gotta get these other callers in. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good one.
Love you, brother.
All right. All right. Let's get this other caller in. Thank you for calling Breakfast with UDM. Who are we speaking to?
Hitman28.
Hitman28. Hey, how you doing, man? Never heard of you before, but thanks for calling in.
Hey, what's going on there, man? I just want to say that my main is Uber Eats, DoorDash.
Mm-hmm.
The guy in the middle, the monkey in the middle is Grubhub, and my background, my secondary is Shipped.
Shipped. Okay. All right. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay. All right. I see you. All right. So you gave me two main apps. Why do you have two main? Usually people have like one main. This is new to me.
Well, if I start off with double D, it doesn't always take off. So basically, I turn all three on, and I play that game. And whoever starts to feed me, then I shut off the other. And then when it's dead, I turn on all three again. And if it's totally dead, then I go to Shipped. But sometimes, like early mornings, I'll do Shipped, or I'll do Amazon Fresh Flex. That's another one I'll do.
Yeah, you are a real multi-apper. You got all of them. You got all categories.
Wait. Wait a minute. I'm like you. I got 8 of them, but I don't do all 8. I don't do all 8 at the same time.
Right.
Depending on what mood I'm in.
Right.
Sometimes I don't want to shop.
Got
Sometimes,
you.
like, there's another one I do. I just pick up. All I do is pick up from the supermarket.
Yeah.
And I drop off bags. It's already been shopped.
Yeah.
That's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
That's what I do, man. But listen. You put a smile on my face every morning because when I drive, I put on you're on.
Yeah.
And you doing your bebop stuff.
Yeah.
I get in a good mood. I want to say thank you.
Hey, no problem, man. No problem. I'm doing this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Every Monday, we're going to be talking about multiple streams of income. Every Wednesday, we got a story to tell with the brat of the day. And then every Friday, I'm just going to try to get y'all prepared for the weekend because the weekend is the money-making weekend. We got to make the most.
Yeah.
We got to make the most that we can over the weekend. So, all right, brother. Well, what did you say your name was again? Hitman28?
T-I-N. Hitman28. That's me.
Kinman. Okay, Kinman28. Gotcha. All right, well, thank you for calling in. We got one more caller in the call, okay? In the queue.
Hey, bro.
All right, you have a good one. And be safe on the road. All right, let's get this other caller in. Thank you for calling Breakfast with UDM. Who are we speaking to?
Adam from Seattle. How are you doing this
Adam
morning?
from Seattle. I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, sir.
All right, so what's your main
main
app? Go ahead.
It's Uber Eats.
Mm-hmm.
And when it slows down, I'll go to DoorDash.
Okay.
If it gets super slow, I'll go to Grubhub. I have all three.
Okay.
Now, there's other apps out here that may not be in other markets, like ChowBus.
Nah, I never heard of that one.
No, yeah. ChowBus deals specifically with Asian restaurants in the Seattle market.
Mm-hmm.
There's Roadie.
Yeah, we have that. I have that over here. Yeah.
Real desperate. There's Amazon.
Wait. What was the last one?
GoPuff.
Oh, GoPuff. GoPuff is expanding now a little bit more than usual. But we got to go back to, Amazon. Amazon not doing well over there in Seattle?
It didn't work for my schedule, the Amazon Flex. And I did it I did it in 2017.
Okay.
And it worked. It just didn't work for me.
Okay.
I just felt they were too punitive, especially when there's bad traffic in this New York market. And if you were late, they penalize you. They make you go back to your base. And that's not what I have time to do.
No.
Especially when they're sending you all over the market.
Okay. All right. So I know Amazon works for a lot of people. Some people just do Amazon from early morning to, I guess, the last block of the day. And to hear that it did not work for you, I'm like, it doesn't work for everyone. But I was just like, no. Amazon is not working over there. It's just It's just new to hear,
In our market, if Amazon works when they are in, because we're right by, I've been very fortunate to get orders at the corporate offices.
Yeah.
When they were in, when all the tech companies were there.
Yeah.
The Facebooks, now Apple, and Google and Amazon, you could just do food delivery just right in that area. But since they're not working, it's been a real detriment. So you had to get very creative up in this market to make your money.
Gotcha. All right. Well, if you don't mind sharing, Adam, what did you have for breakfast? If you had breakfast already, because I know it's early over there.
Oh, I haven't had breakfast yet. I just made my wife her morning drink, and I'm gonna make my drink.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Out.
What kind of drink you talking about? Drink. The way you saying drink, I haven't had my drink.
Okay. All right. My wife has collagen, wheatgrass, zinc.
Okay.
And vitamin D. I have a B Elite.
Oh.
I take a lot of immune stuff since we're in the market. I try to build up my immune system.
Gotcha.
Oregano, vitamin D, zinc.
So
all those things that can get me through echinacea, all those things, vitamin C, all those things that will build up my immune system, especially since I've been going out. And I know you had the Rona, and I'm glad that you recovered. But that's the type of things that I do to build my immune system. So when I'm out in these markets, these restaurants, around all these people, I'm not immune compromised.
Yeah. All right, man. More power to you, brother. Get your wife that drink. You get your drink. Build up that immune system. And what time you getting ready to start today, if you don't mind sharing?
I have a training today. I usually start around 9.
Okay.
I work from 9 to 3, and then 5 to 9 because I have other jobs too.
Okay.
But I'm
hustler.
Around about 12 to 3. Yeah. I have multiple streams. I make sure I have more than one stream.
All right.
Because my thing is, I've always been raised, taught have multiple streams because when one dries up, because they do dry up because I was all caviar.
Yeah.
Or caviar. I had done almost 10,000 deliveries with caviar, and I was doing the big orders. And when they were sold to DoorDash, that kind of dried up on me.
Yeah.
Because I had to go through the process. So I had all these apps back up ready to go in case one dries up.
Yeah.
So that's how I roll. So I'll start about 12 today, go 12 to 3, 5 to 9.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
All right. Well, definitely thank you for calling in and sharing. All right. That you are definitely a hustler. I could tell. You know, you probably have a lot more than you're saying that you do. And I appreciate that, man. Get your money, man. Get your money. All right. So you have a...
All right. Thanks, UDM.
All right. No problem. Have a great day.
Everybody
and be safe out there.
All right. You too. All right. Bye-bye.
All right. All right. We got this other caller on the line. What's up? What's up? Good morning to you. Who are we speaking to?
Michael Dyson.
Michael Dyson. Good morning, brother. How are you? And what's for breakfast?
Oatmeal.
Oatmeal. You know what? I'm having oatmeal too. I haven't had a bite yet, but you know I'm having oatmeal as well. So while you're speaking, I'm gonna take a bite of my oatmeal. Go ahead.
No problem. What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody's out there doing well. I'm enjoying the new format where we're getting talking more about multiple streams of income. Gig app work is good, but we got to be able to have more than one thing coming in and be able to switch at a moment's notice.
Yeah, totally agree.
So my main app is always based on what's going on and what the season is. I'm in Michigan. So in Michigan, when it gets cold and it's wintertime, the food apps is great. And the summertime, the food apps aren't as good, but Shipt is like popping like crazy.
I'm beginning to hear more about Shipt. I'm beginning to hear more about Shipt. What's up with that? I need to sign up.
More and more people do not want to go out and do their grocery shopping. And right now, Shipt is growing really, really fast. Here in Michigan, Myers, which is a big grocery chain here, is really partnered with Shipt. They partner with Shipt, and they have so much that go through Shipt. So Shipt is always giving out bonuses. Right now, they're doing a $120 bonus for 30 deliveries. They just got finished doing a $120 bonus yesterday, which I go out and hit all the bonuses. They give out bonuses for doing alcohol orders.
Okay.
So if you do like 5 alcohol orders a week, then you get a $50 bonus. So, I mean, it's when I started doing Shipt, I reduced the number of miles on my car that I was doing because I'm in the store shopping, and so I'm not driving as much. But I'm still able to make more money because I pick up the big orders. And if you figure out which is the good tipping areas, then you get those really good tips. Yeah. So, all right. Some orders I do for Shipt end up being like $60 for an order.
Wow, that's definitely some good. That's some good money for one order.
Oh man, once they tip, if it's a big order and it's a $30 order, and then if they tip like 10% and they spent $300, then that's a $30 tip.
So you're telling me the order without tip is $60?
The order, you don't know what the tips is when you accept the order. So if I pick up a big order, let's say I pick up an order and that order has 150 items on it. That order, the base pay for that order can be anywhere from $24 to $30.
Oh, that is not bad.
So you're getting that $24 to $30 for that order without a tip, right? The tip comes later, and that's extra. So the orders tend to look really big once those tips hit. And it's like everything else. You get some people that don't tip. You get smaller orders, but the tips come in continuously. You know, yesterday I drove 42 miles, and I made $380.
What? What? Wait for the chat, for all those that's watching on the replay. we got to hear those numbers again because I need to know how much is that per mile? Like, what? Say that again. How much?
That's what I'm saying. You switch to what's going on. So if you switch and do what app is doing the best. So yesterday I hit a $120 bonus and I hit a $50 bonus, and then the rest was whatever I worked. So you got to go out there and do the things that's popping right at the time. So I change up. I don't have a main app. My main app is whatever I'm making money at. So
well, you know what?
I make money doing stock.
Well, you know what? This goes back to exactly what I said. Like every app has its season. You know, the summertime, the apps begin to slow down. So why are you working food delivery? When food delivery slows down, people are traveling, people are going different places. If you're in a college town, a lot of the college kids, they go back home or they go on some kind of vacation. So why work food delivery? You might have to go into a different category like package delivery or shopping in your case. Oh my gosh, you said 80 something? 40 something miles? How much was it?
It was like I made like 380 and I did 42 miles. We don't have enough. We are short drivers here when it comes to ship. We have plenty of DoorDash and Grubhub drivers. We have tons of them. But when it comes to ship, we don't have enough drivers.
Yeah, I hear that, man. I'm over here like, ooh. Y'all ain't got enough drivers? I need to open an account over there. You know, like I want to I just don't like the whole interview process with Shipped. I don't like that. But hey, it is what it is. If you want to get on there, UDM, you might have to go through that
interview process.
Well, when I signed up for Shipped, I have another call in the queue. So we're going to have to wrap up this call. But when I signed up for Shipped, there was an interview process. I had to record a video. They were saying like, dress nicely and wear like a business attire or whatever. And I'm like, wait, what am I interviewing for? It's an independent contractor app, but I got an interview? Like it just didn't feel right to me. So I didn't dress up. I just answered the questions. I was like, hey, this and that. I didn't dress up. I didn't do any of that stuff. But now you're telling me, wait, are you telling me that you don't have to interview anymore?
I didn't interview. I don't know if that's based on the area or when you did it a long time ago or something and they don't do that anymore. But I didn't go through no interview process.
What? Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you, Michael Dyson, for calling in and sharing, especially sharing the importance of working the correct apps during the right season. And if you do not know the seasons, that comes with experience, though. You know, you got to know the apps that you need to work in whatever season that you're in. Summertime, fall, winter, okay? You got to know the seasons. So thank you, Michael Dyson, for that, all right?
All right, talk to you later.
All right, brother. Have a good one. And we have one more caller in the queue. This will be the last call for the morning. Good morning, and who are we speaking to?
Good morning. This is Marion from Chicago.
Okay, we got Chicago in the building. How you doing?
Good. How are you, UDM? I'm so excited. This is my first time actually calling in to your live shows.
Yes, it is. Marion, so what's for breakfast? What did you have for breakfast, or what's cooking?
I'm a Starbucks addict, so I admit that. So I got my Starbucks coffee. And Monday through Friday, I'm on a strict diet with a program called Nutrisystem. So this morning, what they prepped for me was a chocolate chip muffin. Oh, so you had dessert this morning for breakfast, huh? Well, with that breakfast, they have it like break it down. So breakfast, you have this, lunch, you have that. Yeah. And then it's kind of like a meal prep program. Got you. Okay. So what's your main app and what's your backup app? So for me, my situation is different than everybody is because I have a full-time job Monday through Friday.
Okay.
I have the privilege to work from home. So Saturdays is my popping kind of days, and also Chicago is well known for football season. So I try to do that while I listen to the Bears on ESPN. So those 2 days, I do it for like maybe 4 hours on a Saturday afternoon and 4 hours during Sunday football. So like the previous caller stated, you got to know like when to do which apps.
Right.
So for Saturdays and Sundays, I know people don't want to. It's kind of fall season, so people don't want to, go out barbecuing. The kids are back to school. They want to bum around. So during those, and then people don't want to cook right now. They want to main focus is to watch the game.
Mm-hmm.
So on my main apps I have is Grubhub. Well, what I do is Grubhub, Uber Eats, and DoorDash.
Okay.
But in my market is Grubhub, because I get a lot of catering orders, especially on Sunday for football.
Mm-hmm.
I get like a lot of big, like on Grubhub, I get like maybe $20-$25 big orders, like either from P.F. Chang's or from like Moo's House. It's another fancy Chinese place, and a lot of like taco place.
Okay.
So those are the big ones that I get, or from Five Burgers.
Okay.
Saturdays, UDM, it's kind of like a hit and miss because they're trying to take advantage of still like the hoodie kind of weather. So they're going out to the malls and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, but it's kind of like a hit and miss with Saturday. So, when Corona happened last year, what was really going for us in Chicago, like the previous caller, was those other gig tubers tell me and my friends, it was really those shopping apps, because people now had to adjust to working from home.
Right.
They don't have time to be going out shopping right now at that time, and everything was in restriction mode. So the shopping apps, I've heard, were really into my market at that time. And now, when it gets Chicago winters is pretty much like the previous callers. Our winters are brutal here. It can get like we had polar vortex, lots of snow. The area that I live in is pretty much like where there's good Instacart, like the Whole Foods, the Mariano's.
Okay.
That specific area is a lot of elderly people and there's lots of senior living homes over there.
Okay.
So of course they do not want to go out in the winter time when it's sub-zero weather to go out grocery shopping. So I've seen when I do my own personal shopping on the weekends, I do see people on their have the Instacart app on their phone.
Okay.
And then or at Aldi. I've seen a lot of Instacart shoppers during the winter time for me in Chicago area, because I'm 20 minutes away from Midway Airport. So we have a lot of like mom and pop shops, and we also have big names like Myers and all that. So like the previous call said, you got to know the seasons. Like right now, in my market, we take advantage of Sundays of football season and Thursday night football. Right. And in the winter time is those Instacart and shit. But Instacart in my area is more popping than shit.
Okay.
I've noticed.
All right. So let me ask you this. All right. Seem like you have a whole repertoire of apps and you've been doing a lot of research in your market. But let me ask you, since the main topic of today's stream is about Grubhub working off block, have you ever attempted to work off block, or have you just always worked on block?
90% of the time, I work on block. When there's a day like on Labor Day or whatever, like the previous holiday, I worked off block, And maybe because it was on a holiday and most of the restaurants were either opened up late or closed early, I haven't gotten a whole lot of orders on those days. I've noticed with Grubhub specifically, if you work on block and they have 3 different levels. So if you are in the premier level, which is the top level, you will get, my phone goes and we schedule a block, it dings, boom, 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 $15, $20 orders. Yes, the mileage, I have an iPhone, so it doesn't show me the mileage yet. So okay. I've noticed though, basically when I do it off block, I don't get a whole lot of orders.
Well, that's the point. That's the point of off block. Off block is secondary. If you want priority, you have to be on block. But being on block, depending on your decisions, whether you have some kind of situation, you have to drop a block really quick. There's a lot of pressure that comes with being on block that does not really give you the freedom or flexibility to do as you please when it comes down to scheduling. But at the same time, it's like you don't want to lose it. But at the same time, I feel like you have to gain the experience off block just in case, because you just never know when they will block restrict you. Like I didn't know I was going to be restricted from getting blocks. I was a catering driver as well. You know, I did all of that type of stuff as well. But it's like, and they were sending me scheduled orders days in advance that paid really well. So I was like, why am I being block restricted? But hey, I had to figure it out after the fact. So when you're working off block, you have to understand the benefit of working off block. You still have that app that could possibly send you some really great offers, right? But they're gonna come in slower than normal because you're not on a block and you're not gonna receive priority. But if you have a secondary, and that's the point of the question, if you have a backup app that you can make money from, but you could leave Grubhub working or just running in the background, and they hit you with a $50 catering order from PF Chang's, and you're doing an Uber that's $7, you could probably knock out that Uber really quick if it's really quick, and then go get your $50. But just know that Grubhub off block is going to come in slower unless you're in one of those markets that it's just booming, you know? So I want to thank you for calling in, Marion. I got to start wrapping up. So this was your first time calling, so I know sometimes people have first-time jitters, but I definitely thank you for calling in and sharing your experience in Chicago. If you don't mind sharing, what part of Chicago?
About 20. I live 20 minutes away from Midway, so if you're a big soccer fan, I'm like 5 minutes away from Toyota Park where the Chicago Fire play. Okay.
All right. All right. Well, again, thank you for calling in. All right. And you have a good day, okay? Be safe out there.
You too. Thank you, UDM. Have a good one.
All right. No problem. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. So you heard it from a Grubhub driver. You heard it for yourself, you know, from a Grubhub driver. Okay. Working off block, you know, it's definitely going to be slower. Is it going to be extremely slow? I'm not going to say it's going to be extremely slow, but sometimes it can be and sometimes it won't be. So if your main app is Grubhub, I suggest for 2 reasons. I suggest that you work off block for 2 reasons. Just in case you can't get a block, you got to work off block now, right? And just in case you get block restricted and you have no other choice but to work off block. Learn how it works. Learn the process. If the orders are coming in slower, but the pay is up there, why not? If you have a backup app that you make money from, if your main app is not working as you want it to, and in this case, if Grubhub is your main app, have that backup and just run the backup and get a little bit of experience with working off block. I'm telling you. I have learned it and I have loved it for months now. I've been block restricted for months now, you know? So with that said, family, I want to take this time. I want to give a few more shout outs. in the chat. So if you could do me a favor, just say what's up in the chat so I can say what's up back to you, and we're going to start wrapping it up. All right? So I say what's up in the chat. I say what's up, Alan, in the chat. Omnifarious86, what's up? Who else we got? Bobby Rays, Takeem, The Dream, what's up? Who else we got? Say what's up in the chat so I can say what's up back to you. Side Gig Life, Miss Gig Lady, Donna Ruse, what's up? Rasha Lisa. Hey, The Marshall, good morning to you. The Marshall says, what did the Marshall say? More blocks will open up since they have dropped the guaranteed pay down. Oh, good morning, Mace 10 Chew, Bud Soda, Bird Rios, good morning. Good info. I've never did a block for Grubhub. Work off block. Just let it run in the background. Like in my situation, if you did not hear my story, why be on block? I have dedicated my time to you, and I'm not getting anything for hours. And when I rack up my contribution and get frustrated with your app, you block restrict me. After I drop, I let you mark me absent. What's up, Earl? Good morning, bro. Julie Booley, Gavin Albury. Good morning, Kevin Woodard, Brian Kern, Kick Rocks. All right, who else we got here? Thank you for the $25. Middleton Technologies. Have a great day. Really enjoying these morning shows. Good morning. B-Style, I'm glad you're enjoying them, bro. I am glad. Anthony Carson, good morning. Fromple Feet. Martin Cunningham, good morning to you. Good morning. Roger C. Hey. Good morning to you. Listen, when you go out there, drive for yourself and drive for others. There's some people, they don't be paying attention. Even people on bikes, people on mopeds, people, just drive for yourself and drive for others. If you're not paying attention, you might end up in a situation. Okay? Good morning. Good morning to everybody that's watching now, watching on the replay. Okay? I really do appreciate y'all for joining me this morning. It was about how many of y'all this morning? How many of y'all joined me? 90. Oh, wow. We had 90 people here. All right. Definitely appreciate every last one of you. If you have not done so already, do me a favor and hit subscribe, click the bell, and join the family, because nobody else will understand what you go through except another driver just like you. And I had a friend of mine going through an entirely different situation tell me, hey, your tagline works in just about any situation. Nobody else understands what you go through except someone else that's going through what you went through. I got Rona, but I can't really explain it to you unless you really had Rona too. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else understands what you go through except another driver just like you. So you gotta hit subscribe, click the bell, and join the family. All right? So with that said, family, I gotta start wrapping it up because I gotta get ready to go get my money. All right? So if I gotta get my money, y'all know what y'all got to do, right? Y'all know what y'all gotta do. Yeah, you know, right? Oh, yeah. What time it is? It's time to what? It's time to what?